Alright, so we are solving a system on the calculator today. Page 54, solve a system on the calculator. I'm going to show you two ways, Alejandro, of doing this on the calculator. The first way, Diodone, can we make sure we're paying attention? And right now we don't need the calculator just yet. We don't need the laptop just yet. Okay, the first way I'm going to show you is on the graphs. So I'm going to show you all the steps first, then I'll show you what you're supposed to do. So the very first step is to go to New Document. It's number 1, New Document. Once you go to New Document, you're going to go to number 2, Graphs. Then you're going to press the button Delete. Raul, do you mind stopping the conversation for now? Then you're going to go to number 6, which is Relation. And then you're going to type in the first equation. And then you're going to type in Enter. And after you type in Enter, you're going to press Tab. And after you press Tab, you're going to type in the second equation. After you type in the second equation, you're going to press Enter. After you type in the second equation, now, if you don't see both graphs, if you don't see it, we put a little star right here, you may have to zoom. You may have to press Menu, Zoom, either Zoom Fit or Zoom Out. That's like a side step. After you see both graphs, then you go to number 10 and you press Menu, 6, 4, Analyze, and then number 4, Intersection. Alright, please write all of those steps down. Zoom, either Zoom Fit or Zoom Out. Okay, you're going to have about 30 or so seconds to write this down because I'm recording. If you don't finish it live in my class right now, we're recording this live in third period. So if you don't finish recording it right at this very second in time, then there'll be an opportunity for you to get it in just a minute. So I'll show you all the steps in just a minute. This is page 54, solving with the calculator. And it's the same thing you did yesterday when you graphed the two equations on IXL U.2, but today what we're going to be doing is just on the calculator, and the calculator will graph the equations for you, what you were supposed to do yesterday on IXL. So if you didn't get it all right now in my class live, you'll get it in just a minute. Please turn it over, because what you're going to do today is you're going to figure out which kind of system it is. This is page 55. Thank you, Hud. These are the types of systems that you will have to figure out which kind it is. These are the different types of systems. So I'm going to fold it into 3 parts because there's 3 different types of systems. And today we're doing IXL, Algebra, U.7. U.7. Alright, and I'm going to fold it into 3 parts, kind of like a burrito, but I'm going to stop at the red part. 3 parts. 3 parts. Folding into 3 parts. If it's not perfect, it's okay, and there's protractors in your black boxes. It's okay if it's not perfect. Just fold it into 3 parts, or just divide it evenly into 3 parts. Alright, the first row I like to leave blank. In the 1, 2, section it off. 4, 5, we're going to write the names of the different types of solutions. In 6, 7, we're going to write what happens. 8, 9, we're going to draw a picture of them. 8 through 10. And then 10, 11, 12, we're going to do the 2 equations, and then we're going to do something over here. Okay, if you didn't get it, it's okay. I'm on the 4th and 5th line, and the first one is called inconsistent. I'll show you what it looks like, what the graphs look like, what the equations look like, and what it means. The next one is consistent. Give me just a minute. Consistent and independent. And that's what IXL is going to ask you to figure out which one it is of these. Consistent, and dependent. And I'm about to sneeze. Thank you. Sure, what's your question? Okay, Diodonic, do you think we can save that for later? Because right now we're talking about this, please. Because I'm also recording, so I would not want to put your business out there on YouTube if I were you. What was your question? Does it have to do with this? Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you what IXL is going to give you. So IXL is going to give you an equation. Sorry. Alright, it's going to give you the equation like this one right here. I'm going to zoom in. Oops. This first one right here is going to give you two equations. So I'm going to show you the steps of what we wrote on page 54 so you can see what you're supposed to do. Now, there's a way to do it, and I'll show you in a minute of how you can do it by just looking at it. So please get out your calculator. Please go to New Document. Go to New Document. If you don't have a calculator, I've tried to tell you before, you need to grab a calculator when you walk in. New Document. New Document. I repeat the step 2 times. Please follow along. New Document. Do not use Sketchpad. Use New Document. When you get to New Document, you're going to go to number 2, Add Graphs. Do you want to save? No, we never save. Do you want to go to, then you're going to go to Add Graphs, number 2. Add Graphs. Add Graphs. Once you add graphs, you press the button Delete. Delete is underneath 1, 2, 3, underneath the little house. You need to quickly, we're already on the third step. Press Delete. When you press Delete, it should give you this menu. If it does not give you a menu, go get a new calculator. If it does not give you this options, go get another calculator. If it does not give you these options, go get another calculator. You press Delete, the button Delete, and then you go to number 6, Relation. You go to number 6, Relation. You go to number 6, Relation. Why? Because we are, Diodonate, you're a little bit behind, but the steps are on the board. You're going to type in the first equation. The first equation is right here. Please type that in exactly the way you see it. Type it in exactly the way you see it. Y equals 10x minus 4. Y equals 10x minus 4. Y equals 10x minus 4. I typed in the first equation, then I press enter. Then I press enter, and you should be able to see the graph. You should be able to see the graph. It's like what you did yesterday. So then, after you press enter, you press tab. Here's the yellow button. Tab is above the yellow button. Press tab. It's above the yellow button. Press tab. It's above the yellow button. Press tab, and you type in the second equation. The second equation is y equals 10x plus, control divide, 3 over 7. And then you press enter. Y equals 10x plus 3 over 7. 10x plus 3 over 7. 3/7. Then you press enter. Now, when you press enter, you can see both graphs. Do these graphs ever touch? No, the graphs do not touch. Because the graphs do not touch ever, that's called inconsistent, and it has 0 solutions because the graphs never cross. The graphs never cross. So you're going to draw 2 lines that never cross. And the way you could have done it without the calculator is you could have seen that both of these have the same slope. When they have the same slope, the graphs and different y-intercepts, the graphs never cross. When they have the same slope, different y-intercepts, the graphs never cross. You can see here the one with squiggly was the same for both of them. So you didn't have to graph it. You could just see, look, both of them have the same slope, different y-intercepts, so they're going to be inconsistent. The graphs will never cross.